Crystia!
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to The Fringe. A new video has surfaced. In fact, one that a lot of viewers have asked, hey, Fringe, how come you're not covering this? New video showing a paper trail exposing Justin Trudeau, as well as Jagmeet Singh, to funding through K-Stan. We have to say it that way because of censors. People are asking, how come you haven't covered it yet? How come you haven't talked about this? It was breaking. It came out. I can tell you why. I already have. I did a while ago. We're going to talk about that. Just before we get into the videos, folks, I want to remind everybody, if you tuned into our live streams last night, we made a joke about OnlyFans. We called it Only Fringe. A lot of people said they wanted Only Fringe merch. I think it's fair to discuss. Only Fringe merch is now up on the shop for anybody who was in the live stream or anybody who wants to get in on the joke. It's now available on the shop. I just thought I'd show that out for everybody who was in the stream last night just to get it out there. You can go grab yours now. The products are on sale for the first 48 hours every time we drop a new one. So make sure to go grab yours. The link will be down below in the video description, or you can hit the shop button on the channel to go get yours. Now let's get back to what's important. Shameless plugs out of the way. This new video dropped. You can see down here it hit 3 days ago. This is CNN News 18 out of India. Now, when you talk about political lawfare, there's a lot going on right now with India because of Trudeau's insulting behavior towards India, and they're doing everything they can to expose Justin Trudeau. Now, for the sake of CBC copywriting this video, because we all know they love to do that, I'm not going to show the clip, but we don't need to. We don't need to. Because I've already covered this. I covered this a long time ago. I want to go to this one article really quick. And then I'm going to show you where I covered this. How K-Stan money is shaping Trudeau's government. Now, keep in mind, this was on November 13th. So for this other news outlet to say this is breaking news, this has been around for a while. This paper trail has been here for a while. In a shocking revelation, newly surfaced documents exposed a troubling nexus between Canadian political stability and funding from certain elements. For the first time, concrete evidence shows why Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's government has steadfastly ignored India's repeated requests to crack down on designated terrorists, Hardeep Singh Nijjar and his inner circle. This is not just a matter of political oversight, it's a calculated move rooted in financial and political dependency. You can see here this tweet coming out, big breaking. Now again, this was back in November. For the first time, unseen documents establish why Trudeau's government has ignored the request. You can see here the same documents that are shown in that news video. Again, I'll have a link to that news video in the description if you guys want to go watch it. That said this was breaking news. But you can see the funding information right here in that tweet. Documents reveal that Nijjar and his associates have funneled significant funds to Jagmeet Singh, leader of the NDP. Singh's NDP, a linchpin of Trudeau's parliamentary majority, effectively giving the Liberal Party the numbers it needs to stay in power. This arrangement places Canada's governing coalition in precarious position, beholden to certain interests for its survival. The reason this is important, and we showed this on a video where I was talking about how this is technically, well, not technically, how it is political interference. When we talk about the political interference that came from China, how we have the 11 members that haven't been exposed yet in Parliament that are compromising our elections, taking foreign influence. The way this was set up, and we talked about it in that video, is that when you make contributions to the Liberal Party or any party in politics, you're only allowed a maximum of $1,500. So what they're doing is dividing up large amounts of money from special interest groups amongst supporters of K-Stan and doing $1,500 increment donations. However, big names in that circle have been dropping the donations, funneling millions into Justin Trudeau's campaigns as well as the NDP's. I'm going to show you another document here. We went over this document in that video. This is the WSO K-Stan connections list. So if we zoom in, just so you guys can get a clear picture, you've got the World Sikh Organization. And over here you have Jagmeet Singh, leader of NDP. You've got Bardish Chagger, Minister of Small Business. And it goes straight down to Amarjit Sohi, Edmonton Mayor, former minister and former councillor. Now, the reason the purple crayons over here is this list was brought out when failed woke Mayor Jyoti Gondek in Calgary was talking about their funding. her funding. And this was linked to where all that comes from. Up here, you see Jian Singh Sandhu, former of the WSO, the World Sikh Organization. You see a BC Supreme Court judge, Palbinder Kaur Shergill. You see over here this Harjinder Singh Sandhu, who's married to Sajan's sister. Then you see down here Marjorie Kaur, sister of Harjit Sudan. Harjit Sudan, Minister of Emergency Prep and former Minister of Defense. And it goes down to Manjit Vinning, Senior Special Artist of Sudan. So they're all fathers and husbands and fathers of and wife of. Again, we don't need to go through all the names. Keep in mind, Conservative MP Yasraj Halan, I hope I pronounced that correctly, is down here, but he's tied to an ideologue. Let me zoom out so we can see that. You do have a militia leader up here who's a contact of MP Halan's father. Merely a contact. So I don't want to delve too deep into that one. I want to say that for anybody who's supporting the Conservatives, that keep a watchful eye. But again, I'm not. He's just the father of this guy that has a contact. So I don't see any. It's not as deep as when you go in over here. Former WSO National Executive, former Minister of Innovations, Navdeep Bains. You've got former WSO board member who's the father of Jody Gondek. Former WSO National Vice President, who's the wife of a Conservative MP as well, Tim Upal. You have former WSO International President, who's the father of George Chahal, Liberal MP. So this organization runs deep with its funding. Again, you see Jagmeet Singh. There's no Justin Trudeau on here. But the documents have shown, and those documents, again, that we showed in that other video, have shown how it's tied to Justin Trudeau, how it's tied to the Liberals, and how, no, this is not breaking news. It's old news, in fact. But the reason we're talking about it today is because with an election on the loom, election on the horizon, it's important to know where the funding is coming from. It's important to know who you're voting for, what you're voting for, where the influence is coming from. And again, I would urge everybody, especially even when it comes to Conservative MPs again, start messaging those offices, start asking some questions. Why are there ties to this? And is their money being contributed by their donors? To my knowledge, all donor information is made public. I know that comes later in the process, but again, questions should be asked. Their offices are available for contact if anybody has any questions. I am not condoning harassment. I am not condoning any kind of threats or violence against these people. What I'm talking about is people being aware, people knowing where money is being funneled into Canadian elections. I think it's important, again, as we get closer to an election date, as it's been announced that, again, people saying they'll believe it when they see it, but Jagmeet Singh has put it in writing, ladies and gentlemen, through a parliamentary letter. He is calling an election as soon as Parliament resumes back in January. So again, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Nonetheless, this is where your money is being, or where money is being funneled into our elections. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Do you believe that these organizations are influencing our elections? Are you surprised that they're funneling money in dastardly ways to influence our politics? Let me know what you think down below. If it's your first time here, I hope this video has earned your subscription. Make sure as you're hitting that button, it's more important now than ever with all of the censorship and all of the copyright claims done by other news outlets, that we get those subscribers here on the channel. So as you're hitting that button, make sure you turn on your bell for notifications. Join me live here on the channel each and every Friday night for Friday Night Fringe, our live streaming show where we go over everything that's happened this week in politics, everything we know that's coming up in the week ahead, as well as some back and forth within our greatest community on the YouTube platform. I sit down with my beautiful wife, Mrs. Fringe, and we go over everything with you guys and look forward to hearing everything you have to say inside those streams. And we look forward to seeing you this Friday night here on the channel starting at 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and have a great rest of your day. I'll catch you on the next one.